What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another A to Z of Ark for you guys today. And today, guys, as you can probably guess, we are taking a look at the Electrophorus. Now, this is the big zappy boy eel right next to us, circling our Bacillo, trying to kill us, trying to zap us. Luckily, the Bacillo is immune to set attacks. Now, the Electrophoruses are a pain in the butt. If you've ventured out into the ocean once, you will know that they are just a huge bane to whoever wanders across them, because they zap you, they stun you, they reduce the amount of damage that you deal as well for 10 seconds, I believe. So you need to make sure that you come prepared if you want to tame these guys up. Now, you can't ride these guys, unfortunately. They are probably big enough for you to be able to ride, but you can't ride them. Nonetheless, they don't really have too many abilities that warrant like a 20-minute video. But you can see there they do zap. Now, you can replicate that when you've tamed them up. The only downside is that instead of like the 7 seconds that it is, it gets reduced down to 1.2 seconds. However, if you do have a large school of these Electrophoruses, you can definitely deal with whatever comes your way underwater. However, do be careful if you're going to go about taming them, because they will generally spawn in packs. You can see there's a couple more over there. And you need to be very careful because a school of these can easily overwhelm you. Now, onto the taming methods. Oh, sorry, where they're found. So you can find them on every map with a source of an ocean. So the island, Valgiro, Center, Ragnarok, Crystal Isles. They also spawn on Aberration as Aberrant Electrophoruses. So you can tame them up there as well. Now, in order to tame them, you've got a couple of options. You can use Biotoxin, which is the best way to go about taming them, or you can use Raw Mutton. Now, you can then go ahead and use prime meat from that. I would recommend using the Biotoxin though, as it is the best. But if you can't get your hands on any Biotoxin, go for the mutton. As well as that, I would also recommend bringing a full set of riot gear if you're able to, because this will prevent you from taking as much torpor damage from these guys, and their shock attacks do deal torpor damage. So the riot gear is really helpful for that. As well as that, if you do have access to it, a Basilosaurus. Main reason being because the Electrophorus will not damage your Bacillo or stun it with the lightning effect. So we're jumping on it now. You can see we're not in creative mode anymore, so its shock attack will have no effect on us. So the way I would recommend to tame these guys up, I should probably get an oxygen tank, or are we good? Oh, we take reduced oxygen, that's right. So the way I would recommend taming up an Electrophorus is wait for it to do that attack, the shocking attack. Because it does not affect your Bacillo, you can hop off your Bacillo and feed it, because it is a passive tame. So we're going to wait for it to get off. I think it's about to do it. And you can feed it oh, okay, that was really easy. You can jump off, feed it the Biotoxin, and jump back on your Basilosaurus. That is the best way to go about doing it. It is also probably the easiest way to go about doing it, because these guys are a pain in the butt. So we're going to go find a higher level one. If I can see any around here. There was a whole school of them earlier. Alright, we're just going to spawn in another one real quick. Okay, so like I was saying, you want to wait until they do that attack. You will take a little bit of damage, but if you're in full riot gear, you won't take that much. We, for example, have 100 health, right? We jumped off at that electric attack animation starting, and it gave us enough time to feed it. I think we fed it. It gave us enough to... Oh, here comes the school of them. We are moving very fast in the water, and it is very frustrating and difficult. You can also use a Basilosaurus and tank. But like, obviously, you've got to be careful of the shocking attacks, otherwise you will die. So, unfortunately, this is the easiest way I have found to try and tame Electrophoruses, because you cannot build a trap for them. You'll still get shocked. There's a whole just heap of painting in the ass stuff when it comes to taming these guys. I don't know anyone that actively goes out and tries to tame these guys, because they're just a pain in the ass. Bear with me one sec. We're going to try and set it up so we can actually do it again. Let's just do that and we'll swim up. Jokes, we cannot. Okay, we're going to be fine now. Our Basilosaurus is still going to be taking damage, which is what we wanted. So, yeah, like I was saying, wait for that animation, get off, jump off, feed him the Biotoxin, get back on your Basilosaurus. That is your best way to go about taming these guys up. You can try and tank the damage, but like I said, they will spawn in schools, and their electricity damage does deal multiple strikes. So you need to be very careful. But unfortunately, guys, that's pretty much the only way you can go about taming these guys. They are a passive tame. You can try and soak the damage and like swim around them and stuff. If you've got a good oxygen level and you've got like a good gear and stuff, you should be able to survive. But it's just being a matter of very careful, because these guys are just a pain in the ass. I personally would not recommend trying to tame these guys up. They're a huge pain in the ass, and they really don't provide all that much. If you could ride them, sure, but you can't ride them. So you can use your Basilosaurus to tank, because they will aggro on the Basilosaurus over you. So you can use your Basilosaurus to go ahead and tank. He'll be fine. He's not going to take any damage from the shocking effects. So as long as he's got a bead of health on him, you should be alright. And we're going to just try and come over here and feed him again. That white one should be ready to go. Oh god, there goes our armor. That's where you're in trouble. So we've got infinite stats on, which is the reason we're surviving this. But if we were out in the ocean, we'd be dead then. Right then and there, we'd be dead totally. So let's just turn infinite stats off, and we'll show you the amount of damage that these guys do in their wild. So you can see here we've still got the biotoxin. We're going to try and tame this guy up. They move very fast as well. We just managed to feed him a biotoxin because we've got the remove thing, and he's after us now. So you can try and outswim him, but it's not going to work. But guys, that's pretty much all there is for the Electrophorus. Like, his abilities deal torpor damage. They do a stun effect when wild. It's a I think it's a 7-second stun effect. When tamed, it's reduced to like 1.2. So 1.2 seconds. So you've got to be very selective when you use them, but they can deal decent amounts of damage. You saw there, that one was dealing 54 damage per tick of his electric stun attack. So they can definitely deal damage. But guys, that's going to wrap up the video for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe down below for more. But other than that, guys, I will catch you in the next one.